Oh, one left. One left. I thought I would just show you. The last one. See, when they have these rolled up in that bag, sometimes the insulation wants to kind of fold out. So you can kind of pull it back like that. And let's just separate this. Make sure you separate over 1.5 inches, because once we fold this, we don't want to cut into that, right? Okay. Now I measure my 1.5 inches, 1.5 inches. I'm going to cut this here. Got my plywood down. Pull this back out, and then I just clean this off the plastic just a little bit, okay? And I went back and did that on all the other ones I cut that I didn't show you, or that I showed you. Okay, and I see how this goes way out at an angle, but there's only so much I can do. So here, let's just separate this. See how this is all kind of folded up? But get that out of our way. Kind of pull this back a little before I measure the 1.5 inches. And yours, like I say, you may not want to cut off any if you don't have any insulation on your garage door now. If it's an insulated garage door, you'll know. And mine just happens to be an insulated door. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing for this. Because I don't want to show any of the pink left. See right there, it almost looks like it's flush. That's because this is going to be pushed back. I'm not going to cut it any further than that. I want it to fit in there snug, and it will. It'll be fine. Okay, that. Okay, so now I've got all that. Ooh-wee. Yeah. Whew. Now, on each one of those, I'm going to fold them. I'm going to fold them over. And I'll have a whole stack here, and I'll have to figure out which end I want. See, I want a nice straight end, and all the crumpled up stuff. I think I'll put all the crumpled up stuff towards the left. You see, I can put the crumpled up to the left, and put the straight stuff right here. So after I tape that, I'm going to have a nice straight line, right? And I'll have a straight line here, and I can put the crumpled up over there. So I'm gonna check these out. See, every piece is all going to be crumpled up on one end, depending on which way they rolled it. See, in the bag, every single one. See, this side's nice and clean. This side's all crinkly. Okay, so I'll get those all set up so that I can measure. Then I can measure over. I'm going to take the straight one and measure over to where this is so that I can pop those holes. Okay, stick with me. You're learning as you're watching. Okay, so hopefully you've been with me from the start, because I've peeled the insulation back. I cut the insulation short of this plastic by 1.5 inches on both ends, so that the plastic, for mine, the plastic is going to fit right to about the middle of this, okay? And then the plastic is going to come over to about here over on this side, all right? And so I have to take that into consideration for this first piece. And I've got all the wrinkled sides over to the left. Okay, see how these are wrinkled here, like that? We're doing this on for a reason, because we want these nice and straight here, right? Because this is the middle, and it'll just look nicer if we do that. So these are nice and straight. I know this plastic is cut longer than the opening, remember? The opening was 17 and 3/4 from the inside to the inside was 17 and 3/4. So I know I've got, if I made them exactly 18 and 1/4 inches, that would give me a 1/2 inch over, right? Of the top of this top lip, let's say. Okay, and so I've got to be mindful of that, because I'm going to measure now from here to the center of this, because I got to poke that through. So I'm going to measure and actually transfer them down onto this first piece. Okay, so I'm going to measure over from there. I got 16 7/8 and 33 3/4. Actually, I'm wrong. I don't want to do that, do I? I want to measure from the plastic, because the plastic, I've got that. That's the finished edge of the plastic. And the finished edge of the plastic is going to be right in the middle, right? Because that was 54 inches long. And if I go to the middle of that, on over here to the middle over here, let's see, what was it? Oh, that was the insulation. The plastic's actually 52, 53. I'm gonna have to think about this a little bit more. Let's just see how long this plastic is. Because I don't think it's 54. It's 53. Oh, look at that. It is almost 54. Okay. It is almost 54 inches. And I think I'm going to have to trim off some plastic here for all of these pieces now. Because I want it just to go to the middle. And if I go to the middle, see, I got 53. I got 53 inches from center to center. This first one I could hold to the end if I wanted to, but then it's going to be hard to tape that first one down. Let's see, I've got to rethink this now, don't I? For the plastic too. Okay, that's all right. I'm going to go from there. That's 52 3/4. 1/2 inch, good grief. 1/2 inch. Okay, well, that's what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to set these back over, and I'm going to trim these off with the scissors or something, or I can measure it the same way and cut it with the sheetrock knife. See, I wasn't actually spreading that plastic out all the way, and son of a gun, it's close to 54 inches, and I want 52 3/4. That's about 5/8. 5/8 I need to trim off on both ends of this. Well, for me to do it properly, that's what I'm going to do. I don't have that many pieces to do. I'm just going to do it. That's just part of the job. Okay? Because when I get this done, I want the white plastic to stick over to the middle. Okay? So that I got enough room to tape it. And then when I put the next one over, I want it just the middle, so I got enough room to put the tape on here. Still, you see what I'm saying? And the same thing here. I don't want it to go all the way over. I don't want to say, oh, that's good enough. I'm not gonna mess with it. We'll just put it up there and it'll crinkle and all that kind of stuff. No, I want to get this done right. Okay, so now I'm gonna trim the plastic off on this end, a 1/2 inch, and then I'll probably do about a 1/2 inch on the other end too. At least a 1/2 inch and a 1/2 inch. Some of that plastic could be just shy of 54 inches. It's just kind of hard to measure. Okay, let's just see here. There. So I got about 53.5, and for the plastic, and I think I want 52.5 here, from center to center, 52.5. See from there, if I go 52.5, that's the center of this metal, and it's the center of this metal here. Okay, and I think that's what I want to do. I think that's what I'll do, and that'll be fine. And so that's 52.5. There's a 53.5. So I'm going to cut a 1/2 inch off of both ends before I do anything else. Ooh. And I don't just talk the talk. I walk the walk, man. I do it. I'm gonna do what I just told you I was gonna do. Whew. There, you do it that way. Okay. Yep, that's what I'm going to do on every single one of them, on both ends. Everything. Yeah, it's going to take me, I don't know, another 15, 20 minutes to do this. But hey, the end product, that's what I'm looking for. The end product, I know, is going to be right. Okay. Go that way. There we go. I'm going to do that on all of them. See, this one's a little bit trickier because it's all wrinkled. I'm just going to have to spend a little time straightening it out and stuff so I get it marked properly. Yeah. I just have to do the best I can, right? I could mark this, cut it with the scissors, or whatever, but I think this'll be okay. And this wrinkled end, I know where it's fitting off to the far end of the garage, but I still want the plastic looking halfway decent after I cut it, right? Because once I get it up there, I'm gonna put clear tape up there. If I had white tape, I could put white tape up there. You know, white duct tape. You do that too. I just don't happen to have any. So I'm going to use what I got, the clear tape. Okay. Now when I put these back over there, I've got to make sure to flip them back around so I have my finished, my crinkly side. I want all my crinkly sides up against that side, all my straight sides up over here. Okay. Cutting, I will go. I'm going to get those down. I'm going to get those down over there too. All right. So yeah, I think I just found myself an idea possibly that maybe I can tack it all up with my clear and then put a white piece of, if I had some duct tape, the white duct tape, I could put that over it if I didn't like how the clear looked, okay? So you got choices here.